Hello and welcome to my channel, everybody. I am at Moonwater and I'm just trying to figure out how to do this. This is my very first time streaming on Twitch, so we're sort of learning this together. I'm right now doing this stream about the UI cheats extension modify mod from The Sims 4. So let's get started. I also wanted to show you some things that I've been doing that don't involve modifications to the game. It's all um, available for regular play, and you don't need any mods added to achieve this. So I'm going to be playing a household called Great Expectations, and I have shared this on the gallery, so you can also download it if you are interested. Now, this is the family, mom and the child. I usually like to start out my focus sim as a child because then they can learn all of the good values that can carry over to them as an adult. So the character values, for instance, like you can only learn conflict resolution as a child or toddler from the parent teaching them how to say please and thank you. Um, is it please and thank you? No, I think yeah, it's teach to say sorry. It that's really the best and fastest way to learn, um, to earn points for the character values. Um, Others, the empathy has various ways of learning that you can volunteer and then uh, also use the doctor doll play toy. So and then with responsibility, you don't really have to worry about that. Doing your homework is greatly added to responsibility. Going to class and earning good grades is increased responsibility. Emotional control, you can learn from um, two things that are really helpful. Uh, you can um, you can wind down to classical music on a stereo, or you can jog to clear your mind as a teen. And manners, um, you can get taught by the teacher by saying please and by the parent, I should say, because if you're just a regular adult, you cannot teach the children. I learned that the hard way. You have to be a parent. Um, the manners can also be taught by cleaning up dishes and mopping the floor, and I believe also washing your hands. So so yeah, there are a lot of other ways to earn character values except conflict resolution, which you can use to help fix bad relationships, but that doesn't really come into play a lot. So I just found that making it making your sim a child and then having the parent teach them sorry is the best way. So the other thing I wanted to show you was okay. So this is also part of the UI cheat extension. I didn't know that would happen. So um part of the UI cheat that I really like is you can cheat needs. So normally if you were just to use the um the cheat codes, you'd have to say like testing cheats on. You'll get that message popped up and then put in a random code like uh cheat asper cheat need to something. Um there's a complete list of the cheat codes at Carl's The Sim 4 guide online, which is what I go to, so I don't know all the names of all the cheats. But now that testing cheats is on and true, we can actually let's click on um, Selena and see what we can do. These are actually things that you can do without any modifications. All you need to do is have that testing cheats on, and then you can do that, and it and like instantly fulfill all of their needs. Sorry, my cat is doing cat stuff, rubbing her head against everything. So this is just showing you everything you can do. Like I'm just pressing the shift key and clicking on the sim. You can also do modify and create a sim, which is what I use instead of having a bunch of mirrors or dressers around the place. So that's how you can do that. You can also um, do the cat. She's just doing what cats do, Cynthia. Ugh. Anyway, so, alright. So you can also alter uh, the traits and appearance of the Sims in Create a Sim by using this cheat, CAS dot full edit mode. And that will unlock all of the abilities. You can cheat the ages of the Sims, you can cheat the traits of your Sims or the hello or or change the names. Everything can be done um done here. See, even though I've already created her, you can alter what it all is. I have it set to family and so that she can get the domestic trait. You can even like go in and change their names and everything. The only caveat to that is that you always have to uh you always have to use that cheat command um, when you want to use it, you always have to put in CAS dot full edit mode and then click on the Sims and do the modify in CAS thing, or else it won't work because like there are some things you can just leave on, like the testing cheats on, that will just always um be on unless you type in testing cheats off. But with CAS full edit mode, it has to be every time. Just to show you again. Oh, yeah, okay. Then I was wrong. I love being proven wrong. Anyway, maybe it's different for this house because I was like just doing it. But, cat hair. The joy of having cats and pets is just they will always interfere with your technology in some way. With dogs, they will bark and be generally obnoxious in the background, or will try to jump on you and totally damage the technology, or be cats and be incredibly cute while they totally damage the technology. So, we're going to do something else that doesn't require any cheats uh, or modifications. This is so you see, like they have a base um, account over here of $17,000. That is not a lot to build a really great home for your maximum sim thing. Since I have the UI cheats extension in, you can just like click on it and it'll add some money to it. I don't really like doing that. So, I'm going to set it back to 17,000. So, but here you see you can also um, add bits and pieces and galactic credits so that you can have that and it'll set it back to the exact number you want. So, uh, to show this next non-cheat completely available in-game, we have to go to Manage Worlds. So, let's go to Manage Worlds. We're going to save what we did. And now, to get this cheat for build mode to work, we're going to select this household again, and then we're going to select the Manage Household button in that settings corner. And now we're going to click on the Mark as Unplayed button. There. It's not going to change anything, really. It's just going to make it so that you can enable free build mode just like you would if the Sims weren't living there. If you go back into the game to play you'll have to do that all over again. You see how it's sort of grayed out that area? Now you can go into build mode and look what it does. It makes your bank account unlimited. So you can get the highest qualifying items, you can get a bunch of things currently in free build mode. Isn't that wonderful? So I'm going to change a bit because I am going to show you another cheat that I learned that is just totally available in game. It is not really a cheat. It is just like technical savvy. It's how to get the most out of your sim learning experience. It helps build relationships better. It is just so great. You can use like lower quality items so that and they'll still have the best experience with them and comfort and everything. So we're going to go into Tiny Home Residential, which is available from the Tiny Home game pack. And now you see it'll say it needs 4 place tiles. Um, if we go into the really small amount, it says 32 tiles can be for the limit. The next tier is 64, and we can go over here and we can see what are what's over here are the benefits of each one. The 32 tile one gets laying the load, it lowers the bills, let's all get along, which are like relationships, friendships, that kind of thing. Um, you got the touch is um, you learn skills at a double fast rate. I tried, I accidentally didn't turn on a tiny home residential and a micro home and uh then watched as my sim really struggled to learn how to cook. It was not cool. And then the cozy comforts is what I was talking about before, how everything is twice as comfortable as it generally is. Now, if you go up a tier, oh, plants also grow twice as fast as normal. That's really good if you have a money tree. That's it's so great to grow them fast. Uh, Tier 2 gets rid of a lot of those other benefits. So you're not seeing the um relationship one, you're not seeing the you're not seeing the uh the let it grow one. So I'm going to try to keep it into um this 32 tile thing. So the micro home. And I'm going to show you guys how to make a sort of cheat on building a micro home without it being a real micro home. Air quotes. So it says 32 tiles you will need. I usually make the tile count um, be the bathroom. So, but you can make it be the kitchen or any kind or the bedroom. Um, for this, we'll use the room tool. For all others, we'll use the wall tool. So, let's do that. I'm going to do, sorry about that. Um, hmm, and there's our kitchen. Just to also show you, this is what 32 tiles is. That's what they expect us to use to create a home for these guys. And generally, that'd be okay. But if you're having multiple Sims, it's not, it's totally cozy. So that name is really appropriate for it. Um, but I wanted to show you how you can sort of cheat that without employing any kind of cheats. And that is by using the wall tool and then making the house as big as you want. And so you see that hasn't added any extra um, tiles yet. So before I close the room, what I'm going to do is create that extra wall, leaving a space or two unfinished, and then moving that wall and sealing the room. But you'll see it still hasn't changed the tile count because technically this doesn't count as a room. But you can still place, I like using the hexagonal timber floor because you get that extra bill discount um, from it. And who doesn't like lower bills? You can even place all of that tile there and it still doesn't, it still hasn't messed with uh, that. So the tiles for each tier only really count if you use the room tool. Otherwise, use the wall tool and then just create. I'm trying to figure out how I really want to make this. You can see some of my other uh, interesting tiny home or not so tiny home creations. I'm all about making things symmetrical. So it's part of my sort of OCD autism spectrum loveliness that I am. And so we're going to create it over here. And you see how I'm just making those finishing walls outside and adding to it. And it's still not changing any of that. I'll show you how to change the roof in right now. So unfortunately, as far as I can tell, um, you need to have a room for uh, to build a roof on, because then it creates the ceiling and you can do that. There are various ways you can cheat to make the roof fit onto the rest of the house. So what I thought was really interesting was even though it's technically still inside, you can see it change when it snows outside, it'll change the color of the tiles inside. It won't do that for the room that's the actual room. It'll do that for all the mock rooms that we have that aren't real rooms. So that's an interesting thing. The other way you can do this is to make a small room. Hello, cat. The cat is back. a small room. Yes, it's that did alter the number of tiles we have, but it created another ceiling. So, to make it easier to make the roof fit, to see how that looks, we just go there. Not too bad. Now, to make this, I mean, I still want to create a roof over there. So I'm going to do that before I show you the next step to lower it, which is really just deleting that room. It'll take it right back down to our 32 count. See? Now that you know this, don't you want to go into The Sims 4 and be all like, hey, Moonwater taught me all of this. So there we have it. Our not so micro home. I'm going into roof patterns. Again, this is a bill discount item. I wish there were more variety of bill discount items. You do have a selection. This will do water production, which is really interesting. And then these are eco footprints. This will do power production. Um, so again, really interesting stuff. I wish there were more of a selection of that. Uh, Unfortunately, there isn't really. So now we're going to go into the decorating. Again, I like to use the bill reductions because when it gets really expensive at first and so this is a bill reduction item. This is a bill reduction item. When it gets to be really super expensive to have a house like this. Now, unfortunately, because these are non-rooms, you do have to like go into each one and add this. You can't do, I'm doing the shift key and adding things, and you see over here for the non-rooms, it hasn't really changed things. So if you want to use a different like wallpaper or paint inside, then you have to do that all by like highlighting the area and dragging it over that way. You can't do that regular tool because you see the regular shift thing because you see it'll undo. Maybe I won't show you how to get rid of it. Anyway, so there, but if you notice the walls in the room, you can do the press hold and it'll cover all of the sides of the wall. And just making sure all of the rooms are finished because if not, the Sims will complain, hey, this room isn't finished, it's ugly. And all my houses are also like, they're functional. I don't really try to make it so that they're incredibly beautiful works of art. I just try to make them, I try to make them pretty, but I also try to make them like, oh, you see, if we just made a wall there and connected it without moving it into place, it increase the number of tiles. So we're going to make our walls separate. There. And then we're going to copy that because I'm symmetrical girl and place that over there. Actually, I'm going to make these a little bit bigger. The bedrooms a little bigger. Living room, common room space, smaller bathrooms, huge. And then we do have to fix those walls. If you do press shift, it will cover each side of it. And who doesn't like bill discount for that? Um, Actually going to change the hue, make it a little darker so that it'll go a little better with the shade of the walls. And now we get to add some windows and doors. And I hate that that's really the only bill discount window they have there. All the others will increase like eco footprints and for instance that'll increase the green aspect. There aren't any other like bill discount items, which kind of stinks because there are other windows that have and are in eco expansion pack and they still don't count as bill discount, um which just stinks because I think these windows are so ugly, but they work to reduce the bills and single parents really like reduced bills. Ask any of them. So we'll just, I don't like the idea of putting windows in the bathtub, but in the bathroom, but they'll do that. And I want to put a door there so that they can get outside that way. Eh. There's also like a really fast way, like you can do this and you can um fulfill the mansion um one the financial gain aspiration of the mansion baron pretty easily um using the free build mode. You can have a house that's worth $350,000. You can add a bunch of uh, columns to it. These are the bill discount columns, but we're not going to do anything fancy. Again, this is just like to show you. I know that from having done this a lot, the the aspiration, you need like 20 columns because that's something that rich people want, I guess. 4, 8, 12, 16, one more row. So that counts as like, oh, that counts as the 20 columns. And then later on, when you have the aspiration, you can just delete all of them. Then what I do is like just finish the rest of the house, make it look normal. And then see this, they have the doors have a great selection for bill discount. You can choose that one, you can choose this one. Isn't there another? Okay, you can choose this one that is good for like bedrooms and bathrooms. I don't really set it as the front door, but I have when I wanted a single door. Again, my symmetry comes into play here. Then, when you want to keep unwanted Sims from going into the back room, like, and doing an NAP, that you have, like, say you have a garden room, like, set up and you don't want other Sims there, you can lock that door to disallow, or you don't want Sims to use like your computer and you forget to like set the security settings for it, you can just make that there. So the next one in the Mansion Baron is also doing windows. You need 20 windows. We do not have 20 windows. 30, I think it's 30 windows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 windows. That is not 30 windows. So we're going to go over here and just do the smallest window. And then we're going to do another cheat. Cheat that's a non-cheat. And just hold the shift key. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, okay. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So we have 30 windows there, and easy to like destroy later on with the sledgehammer. And now we're going to add the 15 pieces of artwork. If I want to really make it a showcase home, I would make the um, the household have a painter in it, and I would increase their painting skill to create masterpieces, and just have each each piece of artwork be like $5,000 or something like that in quality. But I'm showing you the cheats about how to do this. So now we're going to go in the cheats, non-cheats. into decorations, and we're going to go into the paintings and posters. Now, anything in this area qualifies as a painting. You do not have to get the super expensive wall hangings like these guys, that take up a lot of room and might look a little cluttery when you have them. You don't, and you can have one of these $5 guys and just repeat it like, actually, I'm going to do it with these kitty cats because you can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there are 15 pieces. Now, how do I cheat it to make the house worth $35,000, which is the maximum amount of creating for the Mansion Baron? I go into appliances. Oh, that's another thing that's really annoying. This will not change until you enter live mode and then enter building. So I go to this, the most expensive item, and then, I mean, you can decorate everything with the thing, but the Cozy Comforts allows a lot of free free movement in like the major appliance area. So this is $14,000. We have unlimited free build mode over here. We're going to just multiply that just like we did with the columns and the windows and the paintings. And we're going to just add it until it reaches 350,000. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is $140,000. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is $280,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that is 100 plus remaining. Ah, oh my gosh, my mouth skills are not as it seems, but it's probably enough. 10, 20, 33 times 14 equals 12 equals, yeah, it's enough. 42. This, it now equals 420 items. The best thing about this cheat is that when you go in to destroy it so that it'll make the house look nice, that money will be added to the bank account. So another added bonus. I just remembered that one of the criteria for the Mansion Baron is to have landscaping done These are worth 1,000. These are worth 1,105. Just select one of them and do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, you can go in and delete it when you're ready, when you've got that aspiration. So there, your sim just got um, a $5,000 aspiration, a 5,000 point aspiration completed with this little know-how. And I'm going to finish making this house offline. I'll join right back to show you how it plays later. I'm just going to be making it more eco-friendly for the NAP things by adding a bunch of water collectors that are super expensive. For also a great way to increase repair the handiness skill. And then roofing tiles, these guys are great for power production, and then they also don't break and don't need replacing from being destroyed in storms. Alright, I'm going to do this off camera and I will be back later for part 2. Bye!